This is One on One. We're joined by Kevin Chittenden, who is New Jersey Regional Sales Manager, Wells Fargo. Good to see you, Kevin.
Good to see you, Steve.
Ready to talk about home ownership?
I am.
All right.
My favorite topic.
Because?
Because good things are happening in New Jersey.
Prove it.
Well, the employment rate is getting better. People are finding jobs. The demand for home ownership is rising, which is great. The need for home ownership is rising. Builders are optimistic. There's a lot of good things to be happy about.
You're bullish.
I am. I think we've come through a couple of years where things have been a little flat. I don't think it's going to be a roaring year, but I think we're looking for modest gains for sure.
Well, let's talk about this. Assume everything you're saying is true. But the question becomes getting access to capital. Well, access to the mortgage. You get the mortgage loan.
Yep.
I'm not convinced everybody really understands what it is they need to have in place to put themselves in the best possible position to get approved. Break it down.
Well, it's a great question. I think one of the things that we did a homeownership survey with millennials, and we learned a lot. We learned a lot that there's a lot of myths out there about homeownership. One of them being that a lot of millennials felt they needed 20% down to buy a house.
You don't need 20%.
You don't need 20%.
What do you need?
Minimum down, there's programs through Fannie Mae and FHA that requires little down is 3%. 3%, yep. And that makes homeownership a lot more achievable for many people that want to own.
Yeah, but you have to qualify for that.
You do, and it's not any different than qualifying for any other mortgage. You still have credit requirements, you have income requirements, and certainly you do have some asset requirements as well.
But let's play this out then. If someone can put 20 down, are they better off putting the 20 down, carrying less in mortgage and mortgage payments and the interest payments, not to mention, I don't know, you may have heard property taxes are pretty high in New Jersey, or putting the 3% down and carrying more? It's
a great question. It's individual. So I would tell you that if you have the money, so you have sufficient reserves, you have you have a rainy day fund.
Right.
If you're going to exhaust all of your assets to put 20% down and you have no emergency funds, I would generally say that's probably not the best advice. So it's going to be a personal decision. Certainly putting more down is advantageous for a lower mortgage payment, which is a terrific, the lower the payment for most people, the better off they are.
I hear some people, I had a friend the other day who said, we went with the 15-year mortgage. They actually have it from Wells Fargo. I went with the 15-year mortgage. Now they're complaining about the 15-year mortgage not because of you guys, it has nothing to do with you, but they didn't realize how much of a burden it would be. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what do you think the difference would be between a 30 conventional and a 15? You're paying more.
That's right.
Well, we wanted to pay it faster. Well, no kidding. How do you think you're going to do that without paying more every month?
Right.
Do you get that?
A little bit. I think that most people, we give them all the information to make an informed decision, and that's really what the most important thing is, that the customer's informed and has the ability to make a choice. Certainly, there's a great advantage for 15 years. You're out of the debt faster. You're building equity faster. The advantages of a 30-year are certainly more affordability, more take-home pay.
Sure.
There's a lot more advantages.
Advantages either way is what you're saying.
Absolutely, and we do see a lot of people right now with rates where they are going 15-year because they just don't want to have debt for a long period of time.
Talk about the rates.
Rates are good. The rates are still historically low. 15 years are in the 3s. 30 years are right around 4, so still very good.
Talk home prices.
Home prices are pretty stable. In the southern part of the state, I think we see a little bit more challenge, down around the Atlantic City market. In the northern part of the state, there's a lot of optimism. We're starting to see some appreciation, especially in the Hudson County market where things are hot, and a little bit of pockets throughout the northern part of the state.
We're down. We actually are doing some. I shouldn't disclose too much. Down at the Jersey Shore area. I got to tell you something. I thought post Sandy, hey, what a deal.
Not a lot of deals.
Not everywhere.
No.
Where we wound up, they were like, no deal here, because property was at a premium.
That's right.
What's up there?
Location, right? I mean...
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to give up too much.
Exactly.
But I'm sitting there going, I was wrong. I was totally wrong.
Well, the shores have held value because of the demand. I mean, certainly to have a shore home is a big deal, and New Jersey's shorelines are a terrific area of the country and high demand. So we see people from Pennsylvania, New York, Canada looking to buy properties on the Jersey Shore. It's a really great area.
You know, the one thing I was curious about, I was thinking about this, credit score. The credit score issue, do most people know their credit score issue, A, and B, do they knock over the glass when they find out what it is? do they also realize that their credit score does have an impact on their ability to get a loan?
I think with all the advertising today, whether it's creditscore.com or all these advertisements, I think a lot more people are aware of credit score. What I don't think is, I don't think people understand what is great credit or what's average credit, and I think that's the part where we really want people to talk to a trusted advisor.
Best advice for someone saying, this is the year, I want to buy my or our first home. Best advice.
To really understand your financial picture. So understand your situation, talk to a mortgage consultant to really understand what you can afford. I think that's
what you can't.
And what you can't, right. And there's a lot of people that back in old days where they would get mortgages without a lot of qualifications. Today, we are really, the whole industry is looking deep into affordability, making sure people can afford homes.
You love what you do.
I do.
Because?
I'm passionate about it. It's great. I get to help people achieve their dream every day.
You really do.
I do. It's what I love.
You like saying yes more than no.
Absolutely. 25 years in the business certainly makes me proud to be part of it.
Just want to plug one more time. Kevin Chittenden is New Jersey Regional Sales Manager for Wells Fargo, and we're talking first time home buyers and home ownership. A lot of myths out there. We're trying to get it right. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Good.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been provided by the New Jersey Education Association, Bloomfield College, Qualcare Inc., New Jersey Sharing Network, the Russell Berry Foundation, Choose New Jersey, and by Verizon Communications. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.